So in this video I'm gonna take you through one of my basic wrist warm-ups that I use extensively with both myself and my clients when it comes to their handstand training. But of course this can be used for any type of upper body training, and it's also going to be good as a preparation to build up more strength and tolerance in the wrists. So to begin, I just want you to do a couple of shakes. So you essentially want to get some blood into the fingers and into the wrists. So just shake it out in a couple of different directions. Just make it feel nice and smooth for you. And then from here, you're just going to place the hands on the floor, and then you're going to start to walk in some different directions. So the purpose is simply to explore different angles of wrist extension, and you can walk both into external and internal rotation of the shoulder. If you find a nice position, you can simply lock in, straighten the arms, and then simply start to lean a bit back and forth, or you could also just hold the position. And then you're simply going to take a few turns walking around, stopping in a few different positions, leaning and holding. And then from there, we're going to place the hands with the fingers facing forward. And from here, I'm simply going to straighten my arms, rotate the elbow pits forward, and then I'm going to lean forward and push up on top of my fingers. So I'm going to lift the palm of the hand off the floor, and I'm going to keep the fingers in contact with the floor except for the thumb. I'm going to repeat this for about 10 repetitions, and I want a slow and controlled tempo with a nice pause at the top and slowly lowering down. And then from there, I'm going to go up on top of my knuckles. I'm going to create a fist, keep the thumbs facing in. And then from here, I'm simply going to open the wrist while keeping the fist closed. Try to hold this position for 3, 2, 1, come back up and switch to the other side. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to repeat this for about 5 repetitions on each side. So this is going to build some strength in the wrist flexion, which is the opposite of wrist extension that we use in the handstand. So this is going to help with maintaining structural balance of the wrist and forearm, which can be important in terms of keeping ourselves safe and avoiding pain when it comes to handstand training. And then we are going to start to rock forwards and backwards, moving into radial and ulnar deviation, which is an important aspect of the wrist that we need to build strength in. And this can help if you're practicing the handstand on parallettes, because it's going to be the same kind of motion that you use to balance. And if you feel like this is too easy, you can simply walk the hands further forward, so you place more stress on the wrists. So essentially just tilting the wrist forward and then tilting it backwards, touching your elbows to the floor and coming back up. And then to finish off the sequence, we're going to do some wrist circles. You can either do them with the fingers interlapsed, or you could just do them with the wrists separated. I'm going to do them interlapsed, so I'm going to wrap the fingers around, press the elbows together, and then we're going to make a slow, nice rotation. So this is just going to loosen the wrists up a bit before we start our handstand practice. And then you want to do this in both directions, just to make sure that we train them equally. You can go slow or fast, depending on what feels the best for you. And then a nice little shake, and then you should be ready to go for your handstand training.